Hello children, welcome to our English digital class. Are you eagerly waiting for our English digital class? Yes, I know you are eagerly waiting for our English digital class. Today's topic is very interesting and fascinating one. What activities do you do for entertainment? Yes, you play games, go to a park, listen to the stories from your grandparents or parents, or else you watch a film. Why do you watch films? Films are amazing and they are colorful world filled with magic, joy and fantasy. The films have become an important part of our culture. We watch them, we discuss them and we like them. Do you know how many types of films are there? Children films, action films, comedy films, adventure films, musicals, dramas, historical films, real life films, war films, horror films and science fiction, sci-fi films and mythological films. How do you know about a particular film? Yes, it is your parents or elders or your friends who tell about the particular film. What do you call the telling of a film? In a simple words, we can say that it is about film review. Before we begin our today's session, let us see the objectives. Objectives. After watching this video, you will be able to improve vocabulary and writing skills of a review, ability to adapt to different genres and incidents they represent, the capacity to summarize some significant work and describe it in an organized and interesting manner. Let us see some pictures. Wow! What do you see here? You can see the posters of different Telugu and Hindi movies. Kamala Hassan's Appu Raja, Ramayanam, English Winglish, Tare Jamin Par and many others. Children, did these posters attract you? Yes, definitely these posters attracted you. Do you like, what type of movies do you like? Do you like modern movies or old movies? Yes, definitely you like modern movies. But in olden days, the movies were based on the characters, the plot, the music. The directors gave much priority to the music and about the plot of the movie. Let us know what is a film review. A film review is the analysis of the film made by a person or collectively expressing the opinion on the movie. The peculiarity of a film review is that it does not simply evaluate the movie but gives very specific opinions which are the foundations of the film review. Let us know the main purpose of film review. Inform. It informs about the movie. Convince the audience about the film. Analyze the characters, the different situations that are there in the film, and the film review serves the purpose of entertainment. Children, where do you find film reviews? In newspapers, magazines, online websites, TV channels. Here you can see the Hindu newspaper. It publishes on every Friday the Friday review. Today I am going to provide you an information about the movie which is the greatest Indian film forever. Yes, what do you think is right? It is about Mayabazaar. The present lesson is taken from the Hindu newspaper published in the Friday review column. Children, you can see the posters of the Mayabazaar, both the old and the new one. The old one, it was released in the year 1957 and later the Goldstone technologies, they have modified it and remade it by using the technology and made it into color. You can see here old is gold and now full of color. Now let us see the film review that is there in the textbook page number 115. So let us start. K.V. Reddy's Mayabazaar has been voted as the greatest Indian film in an online poll conducted by the television news channel. The poll was conducted to find out India's greatest film till the date on the occasion of 100 years of the Indian cinema, and people chose Mayabazaar over the Indian classics while celebrating Golden Jubilee in 2007. The film is considered one of the enduring classics of Indian cinema and was christened as a landmark achievement in India's film cinematography, art direction and VFX with the available technology during the time. Children, you can see some of the highlighted words in this paragraph. K.V. Reddy's Mayabazaar has been voted as the greatest Indian film in an online poll conducted by television news channel. The poll was conducted to find out India's greatest film till the date. on the occasion of the 100 years of Indian cinema, and people chose Mayabazaar over the Indian classics while celebrating Golden Jubilee in 2007. What these details tell us? It tells about the context of the review. Now, if you go for the next paragraph, here there is a subheading like Mayabazaar forever. 50 years ago, director K.V. Reddy, or for that matter, producers Nagi Reddy and Chakrapani would not have imagined what they were unleashing when they decided to make Mayabazaar. A bilingual in Telugu and Tamil, the finished product hit the screen in 1957 to become a landmark movie in the Telugu film industry. It became a hit not only for the sterling performances of the star ensemble that it had right from S.V. Rangarao, Savitri, NTR, ANR and Gummadi, but also because K.V. Reddy was in full control over every frame of it. If you analyze the paragraph, you can see here Mayabazaar forever, director K.V. Reddy, producers Nagi Reddy and Chakrapani. The finished product hit the screen in 1957, S.V. Rangarao, Savitri, NTR, ANR and Gummadi. These details tell about introduction of the movie, the catchy heading, date of release and the people involved in the movie. Let us know the people who were involved in the film making of Mayabazaar. The director K.V. Reddy, producers Nagi Reddy and Chakrapani, actors NTR Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao, ANR Akineni Nageshwar Rao, Savitri and S.V. Rangarao. The other main characters includes Gummadi, Relangi, Suryakantam, Rushendram, Mukkamula, C.S.R. Anjaneyulu and Mikkilaneni. Coming to the cinematography, Marcus Bartley, music by Ghantashala, playback singers were M.L. Vasantakumari, Leela, Sushila and Madhava Peddi. Art by Gokule, choreography by Pasumarthi, makeup by Pitambaram, dialogues written by Pingili Nagendra Rao. And coming to the story, it's an episode from Mahabharata about the marriage of Shashireka with Abhimanyu. Simply we can say Shashireka Parinayam. Coming to the next paragraph, it is a tribute to Telugu culture, language and customs of the land. The film was watched repeatedly soon after its release because people identified every character of the film with somebody they knew in their immediate vicinity, and the audience still do the same now. The dialogues written by Pingili Nagendra Rao as well as the lyrics was the same that the people were hearing or using in their conversations every day. If not, those become a part of the Telugu life thereafter. Shashireka's Nay, Gatodgaja, Manadi Sodara Prema became immortalized as much as Suryakantam's Anta Alamalame Kada, which has become a way of life in greeting people. If you observe here clearly, the lines tribute to Telugu culture, language and custom of the land. People identified every character of the film with someone they knew in their immediate vicinity. Dialogues written by Pingili Nagendra Rao, people were hearing or using in their conversations every day. Yes, these are the highlights and comments on certain features in this film review. If you go for the next one, as for songs, Ahana Pelli Anta still reverberates in marriages, and Vivaha Bhojanambu is yet another must. An entire repertoire was added to the Telugu dictionary by the film. Take for example, Talpam, used for denoting a cot or a bed. Were Telugus using Gilpam as an antonym of it till the movie's advent? Nor did anyone tell so empathetically until Gatodgaja that Evaru Puttinchakapote Matal Ela Purtai, and hence if friends are to be called as Asamadiyulu, then enemies could be termed as Tasmadiyulu. Will anyone forget the expression Veyyandira Vidiko Viratadu? No exception to Hi Hi Sodara and Hi Hi Nayaka. Here, coming to the highlighted words, Ahana Pelli Anta, Vivaha Bhojanambu, Talpam, Gilpam, Evaru Puttinchakunte Matal Ela Purtai, Asmadiyulu, Tasmadiyulu, Veyyandira Vidiko Viratadu, Hi Hi Sodara, Hi Hi Nayaka. These tell about the songs.
భోజనంబు ఇంతైన వంటకంబు ఇయాల వారి దిందు నాకే ముందు కానీ జంబు వైద్య పాండవులు అస్మదీయులు అంటే మన వాళ్ళు. చెప్పు.
పాండవులు అసమదీయులు.
అస్సామ కాదు, అస్మా అస్మా అనాలి.
అసమ కాదు, అసమ అనాలి.
వీడు నాకే విద్య నేర్పుతున్నాడు నాయక. అస్మా అనమనండి.
ఎందుకు? ఆ మాటతో మనవాళ్ళని తెలుసుకుంటావు నాయక.
చాలు చిన్నమయ్య, పాండిత్యం కంటే జ్ఞానమే ముఖ్యం. వేసుకో వీరతాడు. ఒరే రంబు, పాండవులు అస్మదీయులు, మరి వారి విరోధులు కౌరవులను ఏమనాలో చెప్పు.
తసమదీయులు తసమదీయులు తసమదీయులు.
వారిని తెలివి నువ్వు. అస్మదీయులకు విరుగుడు తస్మదీయులని వీడు పుట్టించాడు ప్రభు. అవునవును, ఎవరు పుట్టించకుండా మాటలు ఎలా పుడతాయి? వేయి వీడికి రెండు. రెండా? వేయండి.
Coming to the next one, the story itself is woven around the love of Shashireka Abhimanyu, with Krishna and Balarama having difference of opinion over it. Their wives too take sides as an inevitable in any family. To introduce the theme, the director uses a magic box, an equivalent of a TV screen, which displays whatever is dear to the viewer's heart. Shashireka naturally sees Abhimanyu, and Balarama gets to see his Shishya Duryodhana on it. His wife laps up the sight of an array of jewelry. The audience laughed heartily because they knew that someone back home was equally attached to the riches. Here if you see the highlighted words, the story itself is woven around the love of Shashireka Abhimanyu, with Krishna and Balarama having difference of opinion over it. Their wives too take sides as is inevitable in any family. These tell about the analyzing the plot that is there in the film.
శశి, నీ గదిలోకి వెళ్ళి ఏకాంతంగా ఈ పేటికి తెరిచి చూడు.
అది ప్రియదర్శిని వదిన. ఆ పేటిక తెరిచి చూస్తే అందులో ఎవరి ప్రియ వస్తువు వాళ్ళకి కనిపిస్తుంది.
ఆహా,
నీవేనా
రత్నాల రాసు, మణిభూషణాలు, చీని చీనాంబరాలు, అంతా లక్ష్మీ ప్రసన్నంగా ఉంది. ఇదంతా ఏమిటండి?
ఏమిటంటే నీకు ప్రియమైనది ఐశ్వర్యం అన్నమాట.
When Balarama curtly says his sister Subhadra, Agadalu Agatyalu Naku Panikiravu, when he was confronted with the latest indignation at his decision to separate Shashireka and Abhimanyu, women folk among the viewers sighed, recalling their own tribulations in the hands of such brothers. Frame after frame impacts viewers with similarities. The greatness of the director lies here. He successfully reduces all the characters to ordinary mortals, displaying all the follies of human beings except Gatotkaja and Krishna. And then he injects into the Yadava household a Telugu atmosphere, full with simile, imagery, adage, sarcasm and wit. If you observe the highlighted words here, when Balarama curtly tells his sister Subhadra, Agadalu Agatyalu Naku Panikiravu, the greatness of the director lies here. He successfully reduces all the characters to ordinary mortals, displaying all follies of human beings. These are the details that are commenting on the characters that are there in the film. And if you again see the highlighted words here in the same paragraph, the sight of an array of jewelry, and the audience laughed heartily because they knew that someone back home was equally attached to the riches. Women folk among the viewers sighed, recalling their own tribulations in the hands of such brothers. And then he injects into the Yadava household a Telugu atmosphere full with simile, imagery, adage, sarcasm and wit. It is all about supporting the opinion with facts and examples that are taken from our real life situations. The last one, the result, a feast for the eyes and soul, that is Mayabazaar for you. Mind you, this is a story of Pandavas and Kauravas with the Yadavas pitching in, but one never sees the Pandavas throughout the film. We only hear of them. If any NRI asks you to suggest ways to teach Telugu culture, just ask him or her to introduce them to Mayabazaar first. Further, if they seek to know about their uncles, aunts and cousins back home, bring in their names. Look, this is your Balarama. Any better way of doing it? Then onwards, it's all Lahiri 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 lo. This is taken from the Friday film review of the Hindu newspaper published on 21st April 2006. Children, you can see the highlighted words over here. The result, a feast for the eyes and soul, but one never sees the Pandavas throughout the film. NRI asks you to suggest ways to teach Telugu culture. Just ask him or her to introduce them to Mayabazaar first. This is about the concluding statements and also stating about how the filmmaker succeeded in his goal.
లాహిరి లాహిరి లాహిరిలో ఓహో జగమే ఊగెనుగా ఊగెనుగా తూగెనుగా
Yeah. Children, now it's the time to see how to write a film review including the indicators. So you can find the indicators at the end of the text. So the first indicator for writing a film review is state the context of the film review. Next, highlights and comments on certain features of the item reviewed, for example like characters, theme, setting, events, turning points. Brevity citation from the text to substantiate the point, authenticity, and making personal impressions. The last one is maintaining coherence. So children, the next time when you are going to write a film review, try to ask these questions before you write a film review. What is the reason for selecting the film? Is the plot based on a novel, fantasy, or real life events? Did the writer manage to create a clear and captivating plot? Is the rhythm of the movie dynamic or smooth? Are there too many needless details? Who are the target audience of the film? And coming to the next one, what sort of shots does the cameraman use in the film? How do these techniques affect the overall impression? Does the movie has an exclusively entertaining character or touch on serious issues? Was the casting successful? Did all the actors manage to portray their characters? What is the general atmosphere of the movie? Is it tense, joyful, or obscure? Children, let us see the steps for writing a film review. Start the review with an introduction. So whenever you are writing an introduction, include the name of the film, its release date, and background information. Coming to the next step, write the summary. So whenever you are writing a summary, provide a brief overview of the story. Coming to the next point, analysis of the events. So whenever you write these events, analyze the plot and the important events like action and the climax. Coming to the creative elements, you know, making a movie itself is a creativity. So this includes several creative elements. So whenever you are writing a film review, try to describe the characters, the dialogues that are there in that, the camera work, the costumes, the use of colors, genre, the tone, symbols, or any other thing that adds to or misses from the overall story. Next, you should give your opinion from the story. And coming to the last one, you have to write the conclusion for a film review. Here, you should announce whether the filmmaker succeeded in his or her goal, paraphrase your evidence. Also, explain how the film helped in developing a deeper understanding of the topic. The last one is the tips for writing a film review. Begin with a catchy introduction, compose a brief plot summary, describe an overall impression, determine the purpose of the movie, add some details about filmmaking. Look for the deep meaning, provide the examples, write a strong conclusion, edit and proofread your movie review. Children, you have seen the film review that is taken from our textbook that is about Mayabazaar, and I told you the steps and also the tips for writing a film review. Now let us see a film review which is of a latest film which is released in the year 2020. The film review is about Geeta Rani. So here you can find the details like Geeta Rani is a Hindi dubbed movie from the Tamil movie Ratchasi which was released in 2019, directed by Sai Gautam Raj. Geeta Rani is the lead character in the movie which is played by actress Jyotika. Hindi dubbed Geeta Rani is released from Goldmine Telefilms YouTube channel. What does these details tell us? So here it is about the context and the date of release and about the introduction. Coming to the other details like the star cast, directed by, produced by and music by. These are the details that provide us about the people who were involved in making of this film Geeta Rani. Coming to the next paragraph, The story of the film is very simple. It shows the situations of the rural government school of India. It reflects the present condition of the government school in India. In the movie, Geeta Rani is a government school headmistress who saves the school from corruption, and she brings reforms in the school. Firstly, the management of the school is very poor, like the principal and the teaching staff were very much careless. They even don't care about the students of the school. What these details provide? So these details provide us about the summary of the story or the information that is there in the movie. Coming to the next one, they do whatever they like, and students also do the same as the teachers. But Geeta Rani enters as a principal of the school, and she made one of the best government school in the country. She has faced some pressure from the private school unions, politicians, and some of her friends too. Geeta Rani is a brave lady with a positive attitude and a kind heart. So here the analysis of the events that are there in the movie are included. And coming to the next one, at the beginning of the movie, Geeta Rani enters the school as for the admission of the villagers. She was treated very badly by the staff of the government school. She was shocked by the school management and students of the school. Finally, she exposed as a principal of that school. She made strong discipline rules and regulations for the staff and students. Some of the corrupted staff were unhappy with her, so that they want her to transfer from that school using different political power. Here you can find we have written analysis of the events that are there in the movie. And the last one, this movie is one of the best movies based on the real situations of the rural government schools of India. The number of government schools has the same situations as shown in the movie. Especially this movie must be watched by the staff and the principal of the government schools. This is a must-watched movie. Here we are ending the film review with an opinion and a conclusion. Dear children, I think you got an idea of how to write a film review. The best one to do is that whenever you watch a film, you try to write a film review for that. This improves your writing skills in English. Now, with the help of your teacher, try to complete the assignment. Assignment: take any film which attracts you and write a review. Include the details like context of the review, introduction, elements in the review, summary, opinion, and conclusion. Children, in this session you learnt about writing a film review. Again we shall meet in our next digital class. Till then, take care. Bye.
ఆ చలువులం